What's going on, guys? Welcome to Wired Wednesdays. We got Dave here with a lot better lighting than I have. I turned this up, but look how red I look.
Why? It's probably the background color.
I look sunburned, so we're not going to do that.
We just won't see your face in the whole live stream. That's cool.
Yeah, but it's all right. What's going on, everyone? Sorry about that late start today. It's been a long day. Let me say hi to everyone in the chat. We got Son of a Ravish, Vinny Del Greco, Techman Ty, Squirrel Media, Travelers Travels, The Automatic Beach, JFA, Steven Cicero, Offshore Miner, 10 Minutes to Midnight, Knowledge is Money, Steven Cicero, I think I said twice, Geek of All Trades, what's up, man? And Dave, and the Veteran Miner. How are you doing, Dave?
Good. How are you doing?
Another day. Oh, what are you sipping on? Ginger ale? I got a Diet Coke.
Yeah, ginger ale. I'm excited.
I am going to Kansas tomorrow, so it's going to be freezing. It's going to be extremely cold. Nice lighting, boys. Yeah, maybe I should change the back. It was blue, and then I turned blue. I got to figure this whole thing out, Dave. We need Mike in here to help.
Or maybe we don't. But
yeah, you have a good lighting setup there.
I have a light, so
yeah,
you guys will laugh the way my setup is. So I have a bigger screen now, and I have a bar going across my screen right now.
Okay. Oh, like a light bar?
No, just like a regular bar that holds that would hold an LCD screen or a computer screen.
Oh, okay.
So I have one of those. I should take a picture of it. You guys will laugh, but so how it is, it's in the screen because it's lower, so it's not so freaking high up, right? Because you have a big TV like me. So I have a 48-inch television, like an OLED, and then I have two 32s on each side, upside down, vertically, right? So with that setup, you can't have it all the way up here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can't have the freaking camera because last time it was like shooting down. It looks like I was in, another room. Basically.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And you never notice until you're like
it's
on the live stream and you're like, oh, this looks awful.
Yeah.
And,
you're like, no bueno, bro.
Yeah. Well, Retro Mike, thank you for the $5 super chat. When is the stream from the Keys? I got my bags packed. I feel like the Keys is the one place where you don't even need to pack a bag. You just go and you'll figure it out when you get there. You know what I mean? But we do have to make a trip out of it. Retro Mike, are you coming to Mining Disrupt? It's in Fort Lauderdale, which thank God it's not in Miami.
Out of all the years, I'm going to miss it.
Well, you can't because it's March. I remember we spoke about that.
Yeah, March. I got a previous engagement, so I'm going to have to miss it this year. 2 years in a row, though. Not bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Well, we'll get there, Retro Mike. We'll take a trip down there. Maybe Terra will start hosting conferences. You never know. And we'll do it in the Keys. We'll make everyone travel to the Keys. Actually, I don't think people will complain to it. We'll do it in the winter, Key West. Everyone will go. But Geek of All Trades heading to St. Thomas in the morning. Oh, nice. Yeah, the Caribbean islands are nice. Been to the Bahamas a bunch. And then it's been like 2 years now, but the Abaco Islands were beautiful. So enjoy your trip, Geek of All Trades, Mr. Goat. You're up north, so it'll be real nice for you. But Crypto Hunter, great work, guys, watching from Honduras. Oh, thank you, Crypto Hunter.
Nice.
Thank you for tuning in.
That's cool.
There's a bunch of stuff to kind of talk about. Last week was our first week back, Dave, so it's kind of like just letting everyone know we're still live. We're still doing this thing.
You know what I mean? Now we're getting into it.
So I think the big thing that we've been talking about, Dave, was the 5000 series. And I think everyone's kind of been talking about it. Let me pull up something here that might spark some interest. I got a little teaser trailer for everyone. It's really not that big of a deal. But it is this. This was recently leaked. You got
SBuy.com
up like that. That was weird. There you go. Can you see that? Is that? Can you see that? Okay.
No.
No. Perfect. Actually, let me.
You can see the whole thing, but it's to me it's blurry as shit. But I don't know.
That didn't look good. That did not look good. Now
That's
let me
weird,
try
right?
this one. What about this one? Does that look better? There we go. What about?
I can read that. Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Retro Mike,
That's
we're
a
heading to
lot.
the Gulf in 2 weeks. I wasn't planning on going to Mining Disrupt, but that may have changed. I might end up coming. We should try to go to the Keys after the conference. I'm down. I'm 100% down. It is I have to look it up. I know we have a tent there. What's it called? A booth. We have a booth.
23rd, the 25th.
Yeah, let me pull it up right. March 25th to the 27th, which is March 25th to the 27th. As a Tuesday to Thursday. You know what we could do is we could plan a trip down for Thursday night and Friday night, like maybe Saturday night. Maybe we just don't come back. You know what I mean? That's how I always kind of get there. But yeah, maybe we could plan a trip because it's in Fort Lauderdale, but still, depending on what key. Island Morada would be really nice. They have so many fun bars there and stuff. So let's plan something, Retro Mike. I'll talk to the guys. We can get something going. So I would never pass up an opportunity to go down there. So look, now I look a little brighter. Is it because there's something on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll just leave this up. But 10 minutes to midnight. Don't forget to smash the like button. Hit that notification bell and I don't know what that. Hello, many miners. That's a new one. Welcome to the stream. And thanks for watching. So we crypto mine, we do AI stuff, and then we talk about a bunch of stuff that is not related to it, that veers off often to conspiracy theories. So welcome. Counting into offshore miner 100%. So I'm going to start looking at. I'm going to put that on a notepad here because that would be fun. Mining disrupts in the middle of the week, and everyone's flying in, and then it's like might as well do something right afterwards. You know what I mean?
Or maybe a week after. So maybe I could attend.
Well, everyone's going to fly back then.
Yeah, fly back to me. Why not?
Weekend after Disrupt. Offshore Miner, are you coming to Disrupt? I know you're somewhat local in Florida. You are local. You're right north of us near our data center, which I will be going to. I got to hit you up about that. I'm going to Kansas this weekend. Next week, I will not be going up there, but I'm going to 100% be there on the 29th into the 30th. I have to be there or something. So, yes, you'll be there. Awesome. Yeah, beaches. It's nice. But all right, so Dave, you know what this is on the screen? I guess these are SKUs that were leaked from Best Buy for the 5080. I know we were talking about the cards for a little bit and like what's it going to be priced at? With the Founders being at 1,000. So, to no surprise, I think that the prices are online. Everyone knows the AIB prices are going to be a little more than the Founders. You know what I mean? So,
that's great. Which one's the 1300? Who is that? That's a little.
The 1300 is the Supreme Liquid. So that's like the AIO, the all-in-one.
That's still not a bad deal for an AIO, Mike.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the AIOs.
But I'm just saying, like, it gives you, if you have some kind of build or whatever, like, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's not too much more.
It's 30% more.
Yeah, but the AIO is like, let's say you wanted to purchase an AIO. How much is a freaking AIO? It's more than $150, I'm sure, right?
To add to a GPU, I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if you can do that. I think you would have to do like a whole liquid cooling setup for that.
Yeah,
but I know the cooling is gonna. I watched a video from Gamers Nexus today. I think on like the teardown of the cooling on the. Here, I can switch over here. There should be a way that you could just switch screens instead of closing it. There probably is, but
I'm sure there is.
So what's interesting about the 5090s? It's a 2-slot card. and it's a 2-slot card, but it's 100 or no, it's 125 more watts than a 4090 that's like a triple slot card.
And this 2-slot card is like a legit 2-slot, or maybe it's like 2 1/4.
It might be. I mean, it says it right here. Actually, let me. 2.36. So I don't know. It might be a little bit more. I don't know. Does anyone in the chat know? Is a 2-slot card? That's not 2 inches, right? It's not exact. So basically, I don't know, Dave, if you saw kind of how the 5000 series is, but the chip is in the middle. Like, it's not like both sides have air cooling just going straight through it.
So it's more efficient in cooling the way they designed it then. So that's really good.
Yeah, much more efficient. So it doesn't need nearly as much space to cool it, which, right away, when I saw that it was a 2-slot card, I was like, cool, this is going to be perfect for server cases and stuff like that. But, of course, it's not going to be. It's blocked on the back. So this will actually be... what was that, Dave?
What's the TDP on it?
575, I think, which is a ton.
God, 575 on a freaking 12-pin, dude.
Ugh. Yeah, it's gonna get toasty. Keep a fire extinguisher near.
What's the TDP on a 4090?
450.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna be testing this in. I have another server case, so I'll let you know how it goes. But all these get power limited anyways, really. So.
What do you mean?
But the way that this is and the way that this passes air to cool it, like in a server case, this would kind of be a nightmare, which I guess the other founders already were bad in a server case, but any server case that did fit them, they had more space, right? Like the server case I have fits 4 on each, and it's like a standard rack width. So you have like tons of space between all of them. But I feel like there's going to be some people that try to get, try to bend, thermodynamics a little bit and put these into 2-slot cases. Those that are like meant for like L40Ss or H200s. I feel like people are going to start sticking these in there.
Did you read what Metro Mike put on about the card?
No, let me see. He's driving down either weekend. Oh, that's for the thing. Susan Wofford, welcome to the show. It is a fire waiting to happen. I heard there will be 2 12 pins on the card.
Imagine.
But bro, it just turns into another 8-pin thing then, right? They're like, hey, we're replacing all these triple 8 pins with a single 12 pin. Now they're just going
12 pins, and you're gonna have like fucking 4 8 pins at least.
Yeah, I mean,
on top of that, it's an extension cable. Like
Krootman is our offshore miner saying that Kroot posted about a few models having 2 12s also. I mean, I haven't heard of that, but I am definitely not surprised if it pops up on some higher end models. There's always like those higher end models where I think the 4090 had that as well, right? Did they have some like firmware or BIOS not switches, but like BIOS updates they could do on it that would push it into the 500s? I think that there were some options for those.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, and in the 3000 series, like the 3090s, also there were some that had 3 like 8 pins on them. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel those were like the For the Win 3 editions, the Strixes, stuff like that. So
it has 3 freaking 8 pins.
Yeah.
I don't know
why.
why.
Yeah, you're right. It does. So I mean,
Auroras,
it'll be interesting.
Did I have?
Yeah.
Did I say that?
One?
Yeah, the one that has that digital screen.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's just getting crazier and crazier. Like, I guess as long as there are different 12 pins out there, okay, and there was like on the techie side through me, right? There are qualified pins, like the 12 pins, that on the graphics card side that they need to put on there, but it costs more money.
Yeah.
So the fitting is almost like 100% without like this rivets in it, I guess, in the pin that doesn't give like completely full contact. But they were saying that if they change over, they weren't going to change the 12 pin and get rid of it. But if they change those contacts to the more expensive contacts, it will be a better fit overall.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know what NVIDIA's engineering, but I'm sure somebody will take it apart and they'll check to see if they change those 12 pins.
Yeah.
But
It'll be interesting. I mean, I mean, how much more power can cards get? You know what I mean? That's really kind of like.
I mean, it's probably unlimited, Mike. I mean, these boards, they're going to have to continually make more layers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot there's something like 100 something layers or something like that on a graphics card.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. I don't know. Somebody might in the chat, but the thicker the board and the layers and like the copper and everything else, you could put more power on the board. That's how.
But the more power, the more heat, and the more. I mean, even though this is more powerful, the cooling on this is supposed to be better than a 4090, even though it's only a 2-slot card.
It's cooling for a PC.
Yeah, I mean, but let's just take cooling out of it too. Like, when is it going to hit like a point where it's a problem, where people are going to be playing games with this thing and then it's going to trip their breaker in their house? You know what I mean? Like, if you have like an 800 watt graphics card, let's just say, and then you're pushing 200 watts of other system stuff with the CPU, the motherboard, and whatever. You know what I mean? That mixed with monitors, mixed with maybe a wireless speaker and all that stuff, you may be looking at 1100 watts or 1200 watts. If you're on the same breaker in a house, on a 15 amp breaker, and at least in North America, it's like they're going to have to start advertising these cards saying, hey, make sure that whatever computer this is in is on its own breaker. You know what I mean? Like, eventually it's going to hit a point where people are going to be putting 240s in their rooms here in North America. So like, I don't know.
I know what you're saying. Like, there's, I mean, as we develop more in this electronics world, the demand is going to be higher. I don't think it's going to get more efficient. It's going to be, in a way, more power draw and less efficient, in a way. The way they're making them, anyway, in my experience.
What was the 30? Okay, so the 3090's TDP was 350 watts. The 4090 was 450 watts. The 5090 is going to be 575 watts. I mean, it's not going down. You know what I mean? What was the 2080 Ti? 250 watts. So 250, 350, 450, 575. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, that's like, where is it going? You know what I mean? Because I feel like there's also going to be like a tipping point, right? Like it's going to curve, meaning they're going to have to stop pumping so much power into the cards, and when they do that, then the performance increase year over year is not going to be as great. You know what I mean?
They can't,
or generation over generation, I guess.
I mean, I don't think they did a great job with the 40 series, on the lower end 40 series, my opinion.
Yeah. What, performance wise?
Yeah, on the lower end 40 series.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, besides the 4090, I never focused anything on the. I want to say I don't have like any experience. We had one client at Terra that had a bunch of 4070s. I don't know what he was mining with them, but the 4000 series was not really like a big mining card. Granted that it was during a bear market, or not bear market, bear market for crypto, or for GPU mining as a whole, which GPU mining is still pretty much there from a scale and profitability standpoint.
Right.
But like you said, Dave, the 4000 series wasn't as appealing, maybe because of that, right?
4090s were phenomenal. I never got my hands on one of them, but that was like the only card that was like, wow, right? Mm-hmm. And just in my opinion, but it's like, bro, who is it not interested in a 5070 now?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's true.
I think they did a great job. They kind of dropped the ball a little bit on the 40 series, in my opinion, but I think they're coming strong on on the 50 series. Now, Dom G, I heard a story about fake FPS, maybe fake hash rate too. Maybe that'll stem from fake FPS, meaning that it's going to have an AI simulation for FPS to make it more suitable for gaming. Is that what he's talking about, you think, Mike?
Yeah,
AI generation.
I'm speaking of it this topic at like a 10,000 foot level because that's where I'm at, right? Like I'm not an expert on it, but from my understanding is DLSS 4 is it offers AI frame generation to speed up your frame rates basically. So like if you're running 4K at 30 FPS and you have a newer end card that can support DLSS 4, then you'll be able to run 120 FPS at 4K, and it upscales. It's rendering the image, just say at 720p or 1080, and it's adding AI frames to it. So he's right when they announced that. It was like, oh man, the death of the 4090, death of the 4090. But
right,
after digging into it, though, I mean, for the gaming wise, I think it's great. But for crypto mining and for AI, it's not gonna help, right? You can't just do AI generated hash rate or like AI generated raw compute.
That would be sick.
Yeah, so you can't make something out of nothing unless it's a frame, when you're playing games. So I think it's amazing tech for. I mean, we talked about this, Dave, right? Like Dave and I we've been talking a lot about 4K 120 frames, and I've been talking about. I have a 4090 in this machine. And I think, Dave, you have a 3080.
I'm using a 3080 now.
Yeah, so we're talking about like the VRAM demand, and the higher resolution you are, the more VRAM you're going to need for most games. Whereas these new 5000 series cards don't need as much VRAM because it's not rendering at that native resolution. Again, I'm not an expert in this, but
right.
That's the basic idea of what it is. So it's super interesting. But let me catch up on the comments here. Triple Nickel, what's up, man? Mr. Aragorn Strider, good to see you again. Welcome. PSUs that offer 2 12 pins are rare. Yeah, we do have a bunch of them at the data center. They're the what are they? They're Seasonic Prime or Platinum or something. I don't know. They have it. But yeah, they're expensive. But determined by temp, not more, not less. Yeah, these are supposed to be really good cooling cards, and I assume that they've done a ton of testing if they're going with they're adding 125 watts and then shrinking the size of the heatsink. But again, the chip is actually not the chip, the board is a lot smaller. The PCB on these are a lot smaller. I'm sure I need to post new pics of my AI shelf. Still hunting for a server case that can hold these 4090s. So excited about 5090. Aragorn Strider, hit me up on Discord. I might be able to help you out with some cases to fit those 4090s. And then offshore miner, only because it can pull 600 watt. I mean, sorry guys, I'm just catching up real quick. Yeah, I mean, these I'm going to power limit. It's on the way, but it's another server case. I have 2 of them right now. Two AI rigs in server case. 2 server cases. Sorry, today's been a long day. But all those cards are power limited. Those 4090s, I have those power limited on Vast, and some of them are at 380 watts. Some of them are 400. I have 4 rigs of 4090s of 8 cards.
Nice.
So it is based on temp. The other thing that you mentioned, Son of Ravage, it's more so temp, not because of the actual power pull. But offshore miners skip the 4090s, but definitely ready for the 50s. Yeah, I'm going to be hunting those too. I think a lot of people are. And then Mr. Crypto Mikkel, welcome. Good to see you, man. But yeah, I mean it's offshore miner. I've noticed a little influx of 4090s for sale since the 50 series full launch. Put me on the fence about scooping up more of the 4090s now that they're going for a little cheaper. Yeah, I mean 4090s still are going for, like, I mean if you're not finding a deal like online with like another person through like all the Discord marketplaces and stuff, like you're looking at like $2,000 for these. which is how much the 5090 is going to be, which is just crazy. But no one knows I think I said this to you too, Dave, like if there will be scarcity of the 5090 no matter what, because if not a lot of people are buying them,
right,
or a lot of people are buying them, it doesn't matter. Nvidia will make it scarce. You know what I mean? They don't want these things sitting on shelves. So it's interesting. I sold an 8-card 4090 machine to Mining Kiing, and about a month and a half later I bought them back, not from him, but I sold 8 cards. It was an 8-card 4090 machine, and then I ended up buying 12 4090s like a month and a half later, just because of how well the rentals were going, and kind of just wanting to get back into it. So the reason I'm saying that is I got those 4090s for the 12 of them. I paid $1,400 a piece for, which was really good. That's really why I pulled the trigger on it, because it was like I couldn't find them for any cheaper than that. While we were kind of negotiating, it was it kept like creeping up and up and up, and so I had to make a decision relatively quick. He had another buyer and stuff, so we made it happen. But yeah, I am happy with it. You know what I mean? The definitely no buyer's regret on it. The 4090s are just rock solid on Vast. I know Mining Kiing and Mr. Hawk Crypto Mining, they have some 4090s too that are running. Let me pull up. I had this open a bit ago. Here we go. I don't think there's a dark mode on this, so good luck, everyone. But Mr. Joker Miner, what's up, man? I know we were talking a little bit on Discord earlier. Mr. Hawk's here. We got Mr. Walt Disney himself.
Mr. Walt Disney's going to help you out with your lighting.
Oh, yeah. No, thank God you're here, Mike. When I make this bright, I turn red. I turn into like Dave's shirt.
What?
Well,
it's fine now. It's Hawk's. Good luck.
Why am I not red anymore?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little too bright though.
Yeah. No, now you're red.
Yeah, now I'm turning red. See,
Mike, do you have a let's take a minute here. Take a little minute for recess right here, boys and girls.
That's bright though. I don't.
You don't have a dimmer on it?
Yeah, I dim it, but then it goes away. I did. I turned red.
Wait, when you dim it, doesn't look like there's any light hitting your face though.
Yeah.
Take that background light off.
My orb?
Fine.
Wait, you want the green orb?
I bet the green orb is what's giving a different background, but the green orb's perfectly fine too now. Like
I love the green orb. But I gotta. Hey, Mike, I know you're saying it's great, but this is bright. Like,
you can lower it.
Here, I need my
the orb is washing you out. So if you lower down the orb, Mike.
What?
Is it that bright?
Huh?
Is it that bright?
No, but I mean, I guess it's just because I'm not used to it. All right, we'll leave it on. Studio lights are bright. Yeah.
I'll take a picture right now. Like I'll show you like this light right here. Well, let me see if I could. Actually, you guys, this would be funny.
Let's see here.
Show you my setup.
Aragorn, Strider, AIB cards will be 24 at least. No, I had this up I think before you hopped in here. This is like a leak from Best Buy's SKUs for MSI 5080s. So you can kind of see from here. I assume the 5090s will be the same percentage. That's kind of how they do these things. So this is really in line with the 4000 series from comparing the Founders to the AIBs. So you're looking at anywhere from like a 5% to a 30% increase depending on the model, right? You know, if you have a like, what do they have here? A Shadow. I haven't even heard of an MSI Shadow. So that one looks like it's going to be the entry-level MSI at 1049. And then you have a 299 one, which is the Liquid Supreme, and a 261, which is, it's not Supreme. Is it? It's I heard someone say it's Supreme. I always say Supreme or Supreme. But yeah, Aragorn, these are kind of the prices, I think. So $2,400 is what a 20% increase. So I would say $2,400 is kind of on the higher end. Like that's probably what you're looking at for like a Strix is probably gonna be 2,600. But I'm trying to compare it to another. What's another one? Like the Tough is probably not going to be that much.
Really?
I'm just using
more money.
The Asus Tough. I mean, no, it's middle. The Asus Tough will probably be like 15% above. It'll probably be 2.3. So it's but yeah, offshore miner. I am fond of the orb. Once I got Philips Hue in here, it was just like I saw the orb and I just had to have it. I had to have the orb. So
I like the orb. Oh, I sent you a picture on Discord. My setup. Like I have a freaking bright light, dude. That's like facing my face right now. Take a look at it.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, that thing's bright. Yeah, this one gets really bright. It's just too.
Show you can show everybody. That's how bright it is.
Yeah. It's
and where my camera is. It's not funny, Mike. Where the camera is. It's in the screen, dude.
Yeah.
Well, the screen's got 48 inches of screen. What the hell? I don't need it all. You know? So,
but White Shadow from the Turbo Snails movie. Are we gonna have Zotac come in with the fans made out of paper mache? Oh man, you know what? I do have a lot of Zotac 4090's. Unfortunately, it wasn't like if I could have chosen the models, I would have. I just kind of got what I could get. I haven't had any problems with the 4090's Zotac. Actually, the one in my main computer is a Zotac. Fans are a little loud, but it's I pretty much just have them all doing AI workloads, and they're on Vast AI, so and they're power limited, so they work well. I think the 4000 series they actually did a good job. The 3000 series was awful. It was just awful. Like I had how many? What did I have? What were they called? I think it was the Trinity. Yeah, it was the Trinity. It was whichever one. The case that it was in was too small. Like the whole shell was too small, so the fans would kind of go outside of the shell a little bit, and they were just like you said, like paper mache. It was honestly impressive, like how often they would break. It was. I remember I had I think I had two 3090 rigs. They were like two 8-card 3090 rigs or something. Mining ETH. And so, I mean, they were hot as hell, but I did all the repads and everything. Yeah, they were hot. But I remember I would walk into my my mining bunker every day, and I shit you not, there'd be a fan broken almost every day.
No shit.
And yeah, luckily the pads worked really well, the thermal pads, so I could keep them going until it had one left. So each one could have one die, but man, they just kept going. It was just
Jesus.
It was insane. Been up since 2 a.m. I should close chat. Yeah, it's I'm kind of with you there too, Aragorn Shredder. It's tiring. Dom G Zotrash is up and down in quality. Yeah,
it's true.
I think these guys are starting to finally realize that like you could like spend on like the company level, like the cost of the goods, like an extra 2% and make way more money on it, because people aren't going to be sending these things in for RMA. You know what I mean? Like just use a little bit better thermal pads or thermal paste. Yeah. Use a little bit better fans. You know what I mean? The better fans you have, the less people are going to be running these things into the ground. I mean, how much money does it cost them to process an entire RMA for a $2,000 card with all the shipping back and forth? How much time it takes for the guy that they have to pay to look at it, to diagnose it, and for him to pack it up or send you a new one? Like, I mean, just spending an extra, it wouldn't even be $10 more a card. You know what I mean? If you're spending $2,000 on a card, it should not come with fans that are complete shit. So
yeah, that's true.
But I was happy with them because with the 4090's again, I kind of just got what I could get. Towards the end, it was a little bit easier. you can kind of pick and choose a little bit. But after I got the first Zotac in, I was anticipating just shit. I was like, this is going to be another round of the 3000 series. But I was pleasantly surprised. But it is loud. They do have wine and all that. But these things are in, at least for me, they're in server cases now. So, or if they're not, they're in our data center in Melbourne. So no one's there listening to it 24/7. So it's okay. And we have other servers in there that do scream. So yeah, but I did have a little bit of the stats up here, a little flashbang there. But you can kind of see the trickle up here over the last month of demand coming back for 4090s, which is nice. They've been very, very consistent, and I think that's good. I think that's really good. You can see the median price for rented ones are 30 cents pre fee. So it's been good. It's been very steady, and I think that's what everyone is looking for, right? Like, I'm really happy renting out my 4090s for 25 cents a 4090, and that's on the lowest end, I think, on Vast for the 8 card ones.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always kind of go for like mostly like high rental rates compared to like getting every penny you can out of every card per hour. But yeah, I think the 4090, I know we were talking a little bit about 5090 coming in and decimating this, but I think the 5090s are probably going to come in at, if I had to guess, I would say 45 cents an hour on those cards, which is, I don't think it's, honestly, I feel like the 4090s are going to stay stagnant, but I might just have false hopes because I'm all in on 4090s. What do you think, Dave?
I mean, it's another year of upgrading, right? I think, and you're able to get more out of it.
Yeah.
And the pricing seems to be priced right in a way. But
yeah,
if you really think about it, Mike, right? Let's put this in perspective. It's like $500 more, right, than a 4090. Is that what like a comparable, like if you're Founders
I would say that's a fair, across the board I would say that's okay. $500.
So doing the math, when you first were able to put a 4090 on, like let's say Vast, right? How much was it per hour?
I had, my first machine was a 2-card machine. I had that one listed for, I want to say 40 cents a card. It was really good, but it was over a year ago now.
Right. Well, I want to do like a comparable for like when the 5090 and when you first got the 4090, because you got them when it first came out. So
yeah,
you're saying now a 5090 should be only about 45 cents.
Yeah.
So that $500, how can we break that down? Because I'm a numbers guy too. So it's like an extra 5 cents. What is the percentage and the difference in price to see, like, will it be a lot more profitable, or you need a longer time for return for the 5090? You get what I'm saying? Like, so like,
yes,
you did a profit analysis and whatever, 55 cents an hour times 24 hours is what? Let's do some simple math here.
Let me also add the 3090s because I get what you're saying. Oh, my back hurts today. I think what the 5090 really has going for it is 32 gigs of VRAM. That's going to open it up to a lot of different more language models. It's going to future-proof it more.
But more, I would assume more than 5 cents an hour, though, right?
Well, what do you mean 5 cents? Like the difference of 5 cents?
Yeah, like a difference of just 5 cents an hour. Like I think it's going to be more than that.
Oh well, you're comparing it to like when the 4090s were. Yeah, I mean it's going to that was before here. Oh, whoops! I accidentally clicked that. That was before the market became saturated. Like now, Vast AI is extremely saturated, right? There's machines still coming online, but a lot of are also going offline. So I added 3090s in here. Let me.
So it's an average of $438 more you get a year with a 5090, but it's still $500 more for the 5090.
Yeah.
So it still doesn't compensate you fully, and that's at 365 days for that extra 5 cents. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
On simple math, like bullshit, 5 cents, extra an hour, 24 hours, 365 days a year. If it was rented for 365 days a year,
Yeah.
you accrue with that extra 5 cents, like trying to compare, but it's not apples to apples, right? Of course, because it's more future proof. But that's what I feel. I feel it's going to be more because it's only $438 more, Mike.
Well, then you start getting. You're saying it's going to rent for more.
I think it should rent for more because it's only $438 more, but you paid $500 more to get the card.
Yeah, I mean it's going to have to rent for less than what like a 6000 ADA rents for, because that's the problem is you can rent 6000 ADAs right now for I think like 60 cents, and that's a 48 gig VRAM card on 88 Lovelace. Is it Lovelace? It's not Lovelace. It's not Kanye West. It's Lovelace architecture.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's it kind of gets to that point where you're looking at 48 gig cards that are priced low enough that you're like, okay, maybe I'll just go that route. You know what I mean? So it has to be somewhere in between a 4090 and I would say an A6000 ADA.
So maybe happy medium 48 cents. What do you think?
Maybe I don't know what is a 6000 ADA going for. I can look at it real quick.
Okay.
A series. We have a couple of these, but they're not on.
Because that's pretty cool that you're able to make a forecast with that. You know what I mean? Just from the data that your experience, your data experience that you have, right?
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool.
A single ADA in North America is going for 64 cents. That's the lowest. The next is 74 cents, and then 83 cents. So it's.
I'm telling you 50 cents, dude.
Yeah, I mean
50.
It's possible.
Think about it. I mean, 10 cents an hour is 10 cents an hour, brother. Yeah. I mean, you could. It's a matter of a couple of dollars more a day if they're doing these models, man, and it all adds up. Yeah,
you can actually see the curve here. This is actually a really good chart to see. How do I make this bigger? Let me view this. Okay. God, I wish there was a dark mode. Mike's probably hating this right now. I hate it too, Mike. And I got this and the light. I'm like, so you can kind of see here. I think let me pull up. Actually, we might as well dig into this. Let me pull up when I first started, because then that would give a good date of this. So I first started. Let me just put. Where's my first payout on Vast was 10/6 of 23. So 10/6 of 23. It was right here. So yeah, the median is about 40 cents. That's that. Okay. But I had mine. I remember I had mine rented for 40 to 45. I remember 42.5 very specifically for some reason. So I was kind of in this area here.
I can't see how you won't get 48 cents to 50 cents. And I would say maybe the median would be okay.
I got a little bit higher than the median because
45 to 48 cents, and maybe who knows? I think maybe it's going to be like, I don't know, man. 45 to 50. That's what I'm going to say. 45 to 50 cents. You're going to be doing it, right? You're going to have it. And I'm going to say the median's going to be like 48, man. That'll be phenomenal,
Yeah. And I think, I mean, it's going to curve down, right? But what's nice about this, with the 5090, even though it's a different VRAM level card, it's not the same as the 3090 and 4090 because both have 24 gigs of VRAM. But the 5090 kind of sits on the shoulders of these cards. You know what I mean? So like it's not just like a huge price, like the price of it's going to crash because it has the 4090 and the 3090 kind of holding it up. So I guess the question is, what are the 4090s going to be renting for? What was that?
What's the VRAM in the 5090 again?
32. Here, let me.
And the 4090 has what?
24.
It's just overall.
What did I do here?
Good to go. And on top of that, you don't have to worry about like the quote unquote what everybody's saying, the false FPS because of the AI rendering stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, overall, you know, doing models and stuff like that's not going to be an issue at all.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And let's see, let's look at well, yeah, because the 3090 performs really well compared to a 4090 on a lot of language models. That's why let's look at the 3090 stats and see the price of these. Which is, it kind of mirrors a little bit the 4090. I guess you know what would be a fun stat? Let's dive into it, guys. Let's dive into it. Let's see when was the 4090 released? Well, I mean, there's so many. Okay, October 12th, 2022. Jeez, it was that long ago. Man, Dave, where did the time go?
2022?
Yeah. Okay, so 22.
What do I feel like it's been a year? Just a year, dude. That's crazy.
When was the date? I just closed it. What is it? The October 12th, 22.
That's crazy.
Where is that here? October 12th. I mean, this is kind of hard to this is also pre-massive language model. So I guess this is kind of a stupid thing to even look at because ChatGPT and all these different language models, the real reason people were renting these things really didn't come into play. Back then, they were probably renting these things to crypto mine. So that's not the best way to look at this. I don't even want to dive into that any further. But, I mean, the 3090s have been a real MVP in here as well. You know, they're at a steady 15 cents.
They're still an MVP, though. That's what's crazy.
They're still what?
They're still alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I think
crazy.
It'll continue. I don't think the 3090 will go much lower than 15 cents. It might go to like 12 cents, but the 3090 is a buffer for a 4090. So a 4090 is kind of sitting on those shoulders, and then a 5090 will sit on a 4090 shoulders. You know what I mean? That's kind of how at least I'm kind of looking at it in my head. Thank you, Mike, for the $5 streaming fund. We need better equipment. I will get one more light bulb now, and I will put it over there. I appreciate it, Mike.
I have those. What is it called? UV size lights, and you're able to, you know, adjust them, right?
Yeah.
So like, I can't have it fully bright, but like, look what happens when I shut the fucking thing off. You can't see it. See?
Yeah, that's kind of how this one looks. If I shut this off, it's Look at that.
Incognito, brother.
Yeah, it looks like you know those Netflix documentaries where it's like they change the voice and everything.
I did not kill him.
God, that's bright.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's good. I know we've been talking a lot about it. We could switch up topics here, but I think the 5090 will hold its value. I think the 4090 will hold its value, and the 3090. I think all these cards will do exceptionally well.
I'm always late to the race, so I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it is what it is. I never even got a chance to get a 4090 yet, so it's just like it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not too late to get the 5090s. You're early for that.
We were talking about that. I'm gonna try to get one.
Yeah,
at least one. I want a 5070 for my PC though. You guys think I'm probably crazy, but a 5070 will do everything above and beyond what I need.
Yeah.
You know, for gaming and everything else. So
I think I'm buying a 5080, which has less VRAM than a 4090, but it has the frame generation. So I have a 4090 in here, and I'm gonna swap that out.
If I can get a 5080, I'll get a 5080. If I have a chance of getting a 5080 than 5070, I'm definitely gonna do that as well.
Yeah.
No.
But the 5070 will do, like you said, everything. Yeah. Chuck Danger's saying a 5090 will be over $3,000 on eBay on release day. I would be surprised if it's only that, honestly. Like I said, you know, NVIDIA is going to artificially create scarcity for these cards, no matter what, no matter the demand. So they will not let these things sit on shelves. And that the 5090 is, I mean, you got to kind of look at it too, right? Like, just say it's sold for $3,000 and it's an AIB model. Someone likely paid $2,400, and I mean, let's just use 2,300. I think that's where a lot of these AIBs are going to land. That times 1.07 for sales tax, that's 2,461. And then 3,000 times, let's just say you don't have all the special bells and whistles on eBay, and it's like 12% or something. That's, if you sold it for 3,000, that's 2,640. So you, like, for $150, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think someone's going to do it. Not to even include the shipping and the insurance and all that shit that people are going to do. So it's going to be a lot. 4,000 to 4,500. I think that's probably where you're going to see the first ones, right? Like, those are like the guys that, you know,
fathom paying that much money. Well, I'm not the guy that gets the latest and greatest all the time anyway, but that's just stupid.
Yeah.
You guys, well, not you guys that are watching, but it's people out there. That's the people that make the world go round, pay shit prices like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then they want to complain about crypto miners taking fucking cards and everything else. But meanwhile, they're the ones that are actually inflating the price and buying this shit at that price. Like,
yeah,
it's just so stupid.
Yeah. 39s were going for 3 times MSRP almost a year after. Yeah, that was, I mean, that was the Ethereum mining boom. So I mean, that was, there were a lot of other things doing that. I still don't think there's like a whole lot of, I me's there's a lot of people on fast AI, don't get me wrong, but it's nothing compared to like crypto mining.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't think there's going to be that much of these, you know, 5090s that are flying off the shelves that are going, you know, straight onto AI machines. I mean,
right.
Let's look at it. Let me switch this to 4090. Did it switch? I gotta refresh it. Okay. What am I doing, Dave? What am I doing? 4090s. Okay, let's get rid of that view. Okay, so this one has 6,370 machines are currently on Fast AI. So I mean, even if you, I mean, let's just say the average size is probably, let's just do 4, because actually it's probably lower. There's definitely a lot more 1s and 2s. So I mean, even if you do it by 4, you know, that's like 20,000 cards. Yeah. I mean, that's not a lot at all. You know what I mean? So I don't think the AI boom, or whatever you want to call it right now, is going to really affect the sales as much as, not nearly as much as the crypto stuff. I mean, that's, I think, a given, but there definitely will be people like me, and I guess everyone in the chat here too, that's going to be on the hunt for 5090s. So
yeah, but you know, I don't think a lot of people bought a lot of 4090s for crypto mining, though.
Not for crypto mining, no.
So it's just like, it was, I guess they knew or something, right? NVIDIA's not stupid. They knew the market that it wasn't going to be a lot. So there was never an oversaturation of 4090s, in my opinion. Would you agree on that?
Yeah, no, I think that they like they're going to match demand.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, they are not going to let these things sit on the shelves.
Right.
That's not, I mean, they did, you know, like the 4000 had the 80s and the 70 Ti's, but they weren't like, you never got like something from Newegg saying, hey, it's on sale. You know what I mean? Like they don't, those times I think are gone. And NVIDIA is getting really good at matching their supply with whatever market demands there are.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But it'll be interesting. I mean, like, you know, like I know there were 2 people in the chat, including what was it? I know it's offshore miner, but Aragorn Strider 2. They're kind of waiting for 5090. So I think there are going to be a lot of people getting into this that are waiting to get into the AI stuff and kind of setting something up right now for the 5000 series. You know, once it was announced that 32 gig of DRAM are there, you know, I think it's good. And since it is, if it was another 24 gig VRAM card, I would have been really disappointed. I think a lot of people would have been from the AI side, because then it's kind of like, okay, it's not going to have that much of a price difference between a 4090, because if you actually look at like the text on like running language models, you know, 4090 compared to a 3090, it's like not all that different. You know what I mean? Like a 4090 runs it maybe like a text to text would be maybe like 4 or 5% faster. You know what I mean? It does help a lot with like, you know, text to image, now text to video. That's where the 5090s, honestly, I think really going to shine, is the text to video. The Sora stuff is, I mean, it's crazy. You know what I mean? And the sheer amount of once those language, I know that there are a couple on Hugging Face now, but once they're like out there and it's like just a normal thing, having like that many frames that are generated at 1080p, 4K, like all this stuff, compute's just gonna. I mean, I think the compute prices are just gonna keep going up and up. I think the 4090s are at rock bottom right now, and the 3090s is. I think the 3090s will be really great cards. I wouldn't buy any right now, but if I had them, I sure wouldn't be selling them.
Yeah, right.
So, Ted, what's up, man? NVIDIA knows when the bull runs are, and they time releases. Why do you think they made LHR to nerf the public and not the crypto farms? Yeah, it's possible. I know there's a lot of like, why? How is there an LHR unlock? You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff.
Exactly. They're not stupid,
crazy,
dude.
so.
They know what's going on.
Yeah, but now I don't think they need an LHR. Like, they're not going to invest. You know, all like they want people to be able to locally run language models on their home computers, right? Like, you can download language models on my Windows computer now. I can do it and I can run it on my graphics card. NVIDIA wants that because their tech is there. Mm-hmm. They're not going to put some kind of limiter on that ability, right? But it's also, this is not nearly as big as crypto mining. Like I said, you know, we were saying earlier, like it's not going to affect the markets as much as crypto mining did, which was just overwhelming for NVIDIA. So I don't think we're going to see anything like that for AI rentals. I don't even know how they would nerf that, because video games are using AI. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all of it's so intertwined now. Chuck Danger, 39s are 19 cents. See, that's crazy. That's crazy. A crazy good, not like, you know,
right.
That's low. Yeah, my 4090s are at 25 cents. So I mean, put that into perspective. You know what I mean? Like, and I am completely happy with 25 cents. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't try to chase the market and be like, oh, well, it's a little bit higher, I'm going to price them higher. Like, I want long-term rentals. 2 out of the 4 machines that I've had that I have on now, I've had them rented for like over 2 months now. Barely use any power. They just stay steady. And like I said, you know, I'd rather have longer rental rates than just chasing the quickest buck, because even at 25 cents, an 8-card 4090 machine, you know, and that's 25 cents after fees. So I don't know. I know Vast kind of changed that, but it's 25 cents after fees. Makes $2 an hour. You know, so that mixed with bandwidth and a little bit of, you know, here and there stuff with Vast, it's, you know, each machine makes $50 a day. I mean, I'm more than happy with that kind of return. You know what I mean? And the 3090s too. Yeah, I mean, it's great. And the 5090s will continue. I think the 5090s are gonna, like you said, Dave, I don't think they're gonna touch the 6000 ADAs, but I think they're gonna be close.
Be there.
So,
they're gonna be pretty close.
Joker Miner, GPURisers, all booked for Mining Disrupt. Will you be there? Yes, I will be there, Joker Miner, this year. Last year I was not, which was unfortunate, but this year we all will be there, which will be fun. So, Mr. Crypto Frank, what's going on? We are probably going to wrap up here in about like 5 minutes. But yeah, I am excited for the next year with everything going on, Dave. Very excited.
Oh yeah, buddy.
It's there's just gonna be so many different things, and it's crazy. I didn't get to make it, and you didn't either, Dave. I guess to CES, but I saw a bunch of cool stuff online. All the new tech that's there, so I'm excited to go next year. I'm definitely gonna 100% be there next year.
Okay.
And we'll see. I mean, this last year has been in and of itself just nuts. You know, we have and on the crypto mining side too. It's not just the AI side. I've definitely been kind of veering off into the AI side. Trying to learn as much as I can with it, and I'm loving it. But I mean, we see it on Terra's side with ASIC mining. You know, like the L9s, the L7s. You know, people are killing it in the ASIC game right now too. And this next year, I think, especially with this administration, big focus of the administration is to cut energy regulation. So I'm very excited about that. I'm really into like energy and nuclear and all that kind of stuff. So I'm hopefully excited that all of that comes to fruition. So I think 2025 is going to be a really exciting year. And yeah, so what are you looking forward to most, Dave, in 2025?
To make money.
That's not a bad thing to look forward to.
Make money, grow the business. I'm looking to grow my new channel. I'm having a lot of fun with the new channel that I have. Just stay healthy, man. Honestly, just stay healthy and enjoy, you know, family time, and kind of, you know, even though I'm doing more things, I want to try to relax at the same time too.
Yeah.
I don't want to do, you know, some things that I used to do in the past and stuff like that, because I used to be a big avid golfer, and I want to try to get back into that, and just like really just.
So your goal for, I mean, yeah, that's not a bad goal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's something peaceful about being out there.
Well, the peacefulness is me drinking and having a good time. I mean, I'm being transparent. I mean, if you guys play golf, you know what I'm talking about. So, I mean, that's the bottom line, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be an exciting year. That's all I can say. I'm super
year ever, dude. I've been saying it since day one. It's got to be the best year ever. You know, one of the best years ever.
We got Mr. Hobbyist Miner in here. What's going on, man? We are about to wrap up. Thank you for joining. Men drinking, laughing at each other, talking life, smoking a cigar, and I mean, sometimes you can fit in the golf too. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you. Hobbyist Miner is not too far from me. In the summertime or the springtime or something like that, who knows? Maybe we'll just do a video playing golf and having a great time.
Yeah.
Hobbyist, that sounds like a freaking great time. And Mike, we talked about it already. We definitely have to get, you know, get on the golf.
I definitely miss it. I used to play. I used to play once a week actually in law school. And it was because me and my buddies, they had like, I forgot what the app was called, but there was this golf course that was like around us, and we would get tee times at like Tuesday at like 11 a.m. And it was, I don't know how my buddy got these deals, but it was like $18 for like 4 of us to go. And so we would go, and that included the golf cart rental, that included like everything. So we used to go like once a week. But that was up, you know, in Orlando, Florida. I live now in like the Fort Lauderdale area, and everything here is private. You know what I mean? There's some public courses, but it's just a little more difficult. You know what I mean? So I definitely need to go practice. That's for sure.
I golfed. You know, Hobbyist Miner was saying that he'll fly to Florida for the boys' outing, live stream entire day. Hell yeah, dude! Like I played a lot. You know, Mike knows, but I used to be a mortgage broker in Clearwater, Florida, and I played a lot of golf. I made a lot of money playing golf too. Just, you know, it was networking, man. So
yeah.
One of the best golf courses, honestly, and I gotta say, it is Long Island, New York. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
I mean, you had the U.S. Open there, and I had some connections, and some of the golf courses over there. So it's just like, dude, I miss it. You know, you can just let loose and just have a great freaking time. You know.
Yeah.
But that's a goal.
We got that's maybe our Retro Mike was here before. Maybe we could do a hobbyist. If you're coming down to Mining Disrupt, Joker Miner, maybe we could do like a thing that that Friday or something. I know there's none in the Keys, but maybe we could plan something. Maybe the day before Mining Disrupt or something. We could plan something.
Yeah.
O-Town. Yeah, I miss Orlando. That's for sure. Retro Mike. Do you golf, Retro Mike? Have you ever been out on the course? And you'll be there for Mining Disrupt. Nice. Yeah, we'll plan some. Hobbyist Miner. We were talking about maybe planning something like bleeding into the weekend, like Friday and Saturday. Possibly going to the Keys, which would be really cool. So we're definitely going to plan. I'm going to plan something because everyone's flying in. Like, we might as well do something for another day, right?
Seriously.
But I think that's everything, Dave. This light is blinding to me right now. I feel like I've been standing. I feel like I've been golfing all day, and I'm still doing that right now. It is crazy.
All right.
A Terra private event would be great. Hey, Crypto Frank's in here. What do you think, Crypto Frank? Maybe we'll plan something. Who knows? We always got something up our sleeves, right? So, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it.
It feels good to be back. We got 58 people watching. Looks like we got 30 some on the YouTubes and whatever the difference is on Twitter. Welcome, Twitter people or X people. Thank you for watching. But next week we're gonna be on Dave's channel. So I actually might. Actually, I'm gonna be in Kansas with Jared or Mining Kiing this weekend. So I don't know if they do streams or something. But if he's doing a stream, I might sneak up and say hi to everyone on that one. But
nice.
But yeah, I appreciate everyone jumping in. We're gonna be on Dave's channel next week for another Wired Wednesdays, and I think that's everything, Dave. Right?
And if you guys didn't know, I'll shill the shit out of this. It's a new channel. Welcome to Veteran Dave's. Good job. Tell me that's not cool. Tell me that's not cool though. Come on.
Yeah.
See that?
That is pretty sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, check out Dave's channel. He does live streams often on the printing. So
live streams are building up the monetization, right? So you got to do a lot of live streams, and we have a lot of support from the community too. So if you're into 3D printing, if you're not into 3D printing, don't watch it. I get it. But we'll be on my channel basically the same time, maybe another 15 minutes later or something like that. But we'll be on my channel next week though, guys.
Yeah, but all right. Well, for Crypto Frank, maybe we'll take a nice mini yacht down. Hey, I won't complain. I'll make the mojitos. I'll be the mojito maker.
Nice.
It'll be fun. So, but I appreciate everyone watching us. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. I hope everyone has a good rest of their week. Mike's going live tomorrow, and then Saturday you guys got Misfit Mining. So Saturday Night Live, and then I think Max is doing shows on Sundays now. So
is he?
Yeah, but who knows? But everyone, take it easy. Thanks for joining. Happy Wired Wednesdays. And we'll see you guys next week. Have a great one.
All right, guys. Be safe. Talk to you guys later. Peace.
Right. Oh, look at that, Dave. I messed it up. Now I'm going to end it. All right. See you guys.
This guy.